Good evening, live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh, coming up in the next 30 minutes. World Yogasana Sports Championship 2026 kickstarts in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister Modi says championship is a milestone towards establishing yoga within the Olympics framework. Prime Minister Modi and Venezuelan leader Delcy Rodriguez discuss expanding cooperation in energy, trade, investment, health and renewables. Israel strikes Lebanon after last chance truce warning as Beirut urges comprehensive ceasefire deal. And southwest monsoon arrives in India as heavy rains lash Kerala. IMD issues yellow alert for next 2 days in Delhi. World Yogasana Sports Championship 2026 has kick-started from today in Ahmedabad, signalling a significant leap in global acknowledgement of yoga as a competitive sport. The inaugural edition of the championship witnessed athletes from across the world, including United States, Ghana, Kenya, Malaysia, Sri Lanka and Uzbekistan, among others, converge in Ahmedabad for the historic inaugural championship. Addressing virtually, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the championship is a milestone towards establishing Yogasana within the Olympic sporting framework.
इस चैंपियनशिप के माध्यम से योगासन को एक कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पोर्ट्स के रूप में नई पहचान मिलेगी। मुझे विश्वास है कि भविष्य में योगासन भी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय खेलकूद में अपनी जगह बनाएगा, चाहे ओलंपिक्स हो या मल्टी स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट्स हो। हम जितनी मेहनत करेंगे सुखद परिणाम आ भी सकता है और निश्चित तौर से इसमें अहमदाबाद में होने जा रही इस पहली वर्ल्ड योगासन चैंपियनशिप की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका होगी।
Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi held wide-ranging discussions with Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, in New Delhi. On Thursday, the leaders reviewed the full spectrum of bilateral ties and explored new avenues of cooperation in energy, trade, investment, healthcare, automobiles, among others. The leaders also exchanged views on global and regional issues of mutual interest. India and Venezuela reaffirmed their commitment to deepening bilateral partnership and advancing interests of the Global South. Earlier, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar called on the visiting acting president of Venezuela in New Delhi. Dr. Jaishankar, in a social media post, said he deeply values the Venezuelan acting president's long-standing commitment to India-Venezuela relationship. He also reaffirmed India's commitment to strengthening ties with the South American nation. Amid the ongoing West Asia crisis, Indian officials held an interministerial press briefing on Thursday to address concerns over energy supplies and aviation operations. Briefing the media, Joint Secretary in Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Sujata Sharma, said India's supply of crude oil, LPG and natural gas remains stable, adding that adequate stocks of petrol, diesel and natural gas are available across the country.
Despite the ongoing situation in West Asia, supplies of crude oil, LPG natural gas remain stable, and adequate stocks of petrol, diesel, LPG are available in the country. Our refineries are operating at optimum level. As far as domestic cooking LPG gas is concerned, no dry out has been reported on the LPG distributorships. Around 99% of the bookings are now online, and 96% of the deliveries are through delivery authentication code.
And Director in the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Rohit Raj, said Union Cabinet has approved a budgetary support mechanism of up to rupees 10,000 crore for aviation turbine fuel price stabilization aimed at supporting Indian carriers amid global volatility.
The Union Cabinet has approved a one-time budgetary support mechanism of rupees up to 10,000 crores to provide ATF price stabilization support to scheduled Indian carriers. This decision has been taken in a larger public interest to protect air connectivity, ensure stability in air services, and shield passengers from the impact of extraordinary volatility in the global fuel prices arising out of the ongoing crisis.
Moving on, Daman is set to enter a new era of connectivity with inauguration of its newly built Namo airport. The new terminal building will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi on Friday. DD India's Taposh Bhattacharya gets us more.
Daman is preparing for a major leap in connectivity as its newly built civil airport, developed at a cost of 123 crore rupees, gets ready for inauguration. The Prime Minister will inaugurate the new terminal building of Namo Airport, a major milestone that will bring commercial air connectivity to Daman and open new avenues for tourism, trade and investment.
It's a very good opportunity for all the citizens or civilians of Daman because as I told that we have to head towards Surat or Mumbai for our connectivity with the flight. People from different states will directly head towards our state. So there will be ease for all the other people to get connected to our state.
I'm very happy that we will have the connectivity with the world and the rest of India. Daman has been always known for its hospitality and tourism and a beautiful coastline and rich heritage. But the only thing we were missing was an airport. So now with the airport that we've got here, when PM Modi has given this gift to you, we are so grateful for it.
Spread across more than 1 lakh square meters, the state-of-the-art facility features a modern terminal capable of handling 180 passengers at a time. Initially, flights will connect Daman with Delhi, Mumbai and Ahmedabad, making travel faster and more convenient for residents, tourists and businesses. Importantly, this airport is part of a larger long-term vision. Runway expansion work is already underway, which could enable the airport to handle bigger aircraft in the future. Subject to regulatory approvals, the upgraded infrastructure may support additional domestic routes and even international operations, improving connectivity for the larger overseas community from Daman and Dadar and Nagar Haveli. The development carries historical significance as well. Following the liberation of Goa, Daman and Diu in 1961, these regions shared a common administrative journey. Enhanced air connectivity will now provide faster, safer, and more convenient travel, bringing people closer and opening new opportunities for growth.
With direct air connectivity set to become a reality, Daman is preparing for a new era of growth. The state-of-the-art Namo Airport is expected to boost tourism, strengthen trade and industry, and bring the Union Territory closer to major economic centers, not just in the country, but around the globe. As the first commercial flight gets ready for takeoff, Daman is all set to make its mark on India's aviation map. With camera person Saurav Bakshi and Sunil Rana, this is Taposh Bhattacharya for DD India from Daman.
And ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Daman on June 5th, the Union Territory Administration has launched a special week-long mega cleanliness drive from June 1st to June 7th. Here's more.
Daman is witnessing one of its largest cleanliness campaign as the Union Territory Administration launches a week-long mega sanitation drive from June 1st to June 7th. The initiative comes ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Daman on June 5th and aims to reinforce the region's commitment to cleanliness, sustainability, and environmental conservation. Coinciding with World Environment Day, the campaign is being carried out in line with the objectives of Mission Life and the Swachh Bharat Mission. Government departments, educational institutions, and community groups and volunteers are joining hands to clean public spaces, beaches, and key tourist areas across the Union Territory.
Since we all know that our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, is arriving in our Union Territory, Daman Diu Dadra Nagar Haveli. In that context, we, the people of Daman, has make an initiative of cleanliness drive and ensuring that we keep our Daman and India clean and clean.
दमन में 8वीं बार आ रहे हैं मोदी जी खुद स्वच्छता अभियान में खुद साफ सफाई कर रहे थे, तो हम लोग को भी जरूरी है और हमारा क्लीन दमन और ये ग्रीन दमन है, ये मेंटेन हम करके रखेंगे और आगे भी सब लोगों को चेतावनी देंगे कि साफ सुथरा रखा करो और स्वस्थ रखा करो।
जिस तरह हमारे देश के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी 5 जून को यहाँ पे पधार रहे दमन की धरती पे, तो पूरे दमन में उत्साहित एक है कि हमारे देश के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आ रहे हैं और उसके लिए जो हमारा प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो नारा है स्वस्थ दमन को और स्वस्थ भारत, तो इसके लिए हमारे पूरे दमन वासियों ने दमन क्लीन और स्वस्थ बनाने के लिए पूरे दमन के लोगों ने सारे एरिया में सफाई का अभियान चलाया है और ये चलता रहेगा अभियान।
Daman has emerged as a model for coastal cleanliness in recent years. Large-scale sanitation drives have mobilized thousands of volunteers to remove single-use plastic and other waste from its coastline, helping preserve the region's natural beauty and marine ecosystem. The week-long campaign is expected to further strengthen public participation and showcase Daman's efforts towards building a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future. Tapas Bhattacharya's report for DD India.
In other news, a meeting of BRICS Cultural Working Group was held in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. This is the second BRICS meeting being hosted by India. Speaking to DD News, Vivek Agarwal, Secretary, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, said holding this meeting in Varanasi is particularly significant. He added, India's art and culture will reach BRICS nations and that Indian cultural products will also help generate employment and increase income. The southwest monsoon has set in over the southern Indian state of Kerala, marking the beginning of the rainy season. This year, the monsoon has arrived 3 days late, contrary to its usual arrival around June 1st. The Indian Met Department has predicted isolated heavy to very heavy rains over Kerala during the next week. An orange alert has been issued in Alappuzha, Kottayam and Ernakulam districts on Thursday morning. Warning of thunderstorms accompanied by heavy rains and surface winds of speeds up to 40 kilometers per hour.
Long wait. The southwest monsoon has set on the coast of Kerala. The onset of monsoon has become a reality today, and it has been slowly advanced towards the southeast and southwest Arabian Sea to Lakshadweep and other parts of the country. From today, the Met Department is hoping that the monsoon will intensify in the coming days. At least till the 20th of this month, Kerala is expected to receive very high rainfall, and from then on, due to the El Nino effect, the strength of the monsoon is going to weaken, and further from July, it's going to be a moderate rainfall. Even though the Met Department has predicted a below normal monsoon, at this point of time, the weather officials say that the cloud patterns and also the cyclonic circulations indicate that the monsoon could strengthen further. And this is indeed a very good news for the farmers, especially the paddy farmers of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, especially in the western coast, who have been depending highly on the southwest monsoon. Remember, southwest monsoon brings cheers not just to the paddy farmers, the agriculturist farmers, it also brings cheers for all other sectors in this industry. In Trivandrum, with Vijay Jayakumar, this is Vivek for DD India.
Meanwhile, national capital Delhi and its surrounding areas received heavy pre-monsoon showers on Thursday, bringing temporary relief from the ongoing scorching heat. The sudden rainfall disrupted the usual dry spell, with residents witnessing intermittent showers accompanied by gusty winds and lightning. The India Met Department has issued a yellow alert for rains on Thursday and Friday. In other news, another major milestone has been achieved in strengthening Indian Railways safety infrastructure with successful commissioning of Kavach version 4.0 on the Chepiana-Buzurg-Tundla section. The commissioning marks a significant step forward in expanding India's indigenous train collision avoidance system, aimed at improving operational safety and reducing the risk of accidents on rail network. Still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Brussels protests against education reforms turns violent. And Shark makes World Cup prediction.
Years ago, swamp. Today, skyscrapers. Tomorrow, who knows? Billion-rupee gamble on the future. Newtown might have some answers.
The waste segregation, 100% of it is done at source. The percentage of the waste to landfills has reduced to 4%. And it captures 95% of the city's stormwater.
Some garage doors have special components like strengthened jams and brackets and bracing that allow it to withstand those winds.
I think it's a very wise investment in resilient housing, coming up with designs which are adaptive. It can very well be a long-term solution for the area.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Updates on the war front in West Asia. Israel and Lebanon on Wednesday agreed to the implementation of a ceasefire following negotiations in Washington aimed at ending the conflict. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun said on Thursday the ceasefire was the last chance to reach a comprehensive truce. He also said ceasefire would come into force within 24 hours of all concerned parties approving it. Meanwhile, Hezbollah chief on Thursday said the deal between Israel and Lebanon amounts to surrender and defeat. According to a joint statement, the ceasefire is contingent on complete cessation of fire from Hezbollah militia and the evacuation of all its operatives from the South Litani sector. The two sides also agreed to create pilot zones in which the Lebanese armed forces will take exclusive control of the territory to the exclusion of all non-state actors. The meetings in Washington were the fourth round of direct talks by Lebanese and Israeli diplomats since the fighting erupted on March 2nd, when Hezbollah renewed attacks against Israel in support of Iran. Meanwhile, Lebanese official media reported Israeli airstrikes in the country's south on Thursday, while the Israeli military said air raid sirens were sounded in northern Israel, with one incident involving a suspicious aerial target. A United Nations peacekeeper died on Thursday from wounds sustained the night before when shelling hit his base in southern Lebanon. Updates on US-Iran war. The US House of Representatives on Wednesday passed a war powers resolution directing President Trump to either end the American military action against Iran or seek authorization from the Congress to continue it. The House voted 215 to 208 as 4 Republicans voted, with Democrats in favor of the war powers resolution. 7 House members did not vote. Wednesday's vote marked the fourth time this year that the House has voted on war powers resolution to force Trump to seek congressional backing for his military actions against Iran. Wednesday's House war powers resolution now proceeds to the Senate, which passed a similar bill in May. While the resolution is unlikely to become law, it does represent a stark rebuke against Trump's decision to join Israel in attacking Iran on February 28th, launching an ongoing conflict that will reach its 100th day on Saturday. Riot police charged protesters and used tear gas during a protest in the centre of Brussels on Thursday after clashes broke out at a demonstration against planned education reforms. Demonstrations turned chaotic with debris strewn across the city centre and several windows damaged during the confrontation with police. The protesters are aimed at plans to raise higher education tuition fees and increase teaching hours for secondary school teachers. Authorities have urged people to avoid the area around Brussels Central Station as lawmakers prepare to vote on the controversial cost-cutting measure. Some more news from across the world. Kenyan President William Ruto on Thursday said his government was doing the right thing by allowing the United States to set up an Ebola quarantine facility in Kenya. The American government is continuing to build the Ebola facility at an Air Force base in Kenya despite protest in Kenyan court orders blocking it. At least 2 people were killed earlier this week in protest in central Kenyan town of Nanyuki. 4 endangered Sumatran tiger cubs made their debut to media on Thursday at an Indonesian zoo, marking another success in the country's endangered species conservation program. The cubs, 3 males and 1 female, were born on March 23rd to parents Praja, a 12-year-old male, and Dini, a 10-year-old female. A shark named Retina has predicted Brazil will beat Morocco in their World Cup opener. The prediction took place at an aquarium in Rio de Janeiro. Retina chose the Brazil-labelled option in front of spectators. The activity follows a tradition of animal-based match predictions. Officials say the event also aims to improve public perception of sharks. And in sports, Indian batting superstar Virat Kohli was ruled out of the upcoming one-day international against Afghanistan due to a hamstring injury. The 3-match series begins on June 13th in Dharamshala. Kohli, known for his unmatched fitness even at 37 years of age, was in stellar form in recently concluded Indian Premier League, where he steered Royal Challengers Bengaluru to a 2nd consecutive title. Though the former Indian captain is now a one-format player, he remains a top draw for France worldwide. It is extremely rare for Kohli to miss games due to an injury, given his exemplary fitness standards. His absence will take the sheen off the upcoming series. The second ODI against will be played in Lucknow on June 17th and 3rd in Chennai on June 20th. Mera Yuva Bharat or My Bharat, the flagship youth engagement platform of India's Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, has been awarded the Guinness World Record title for most users to take an online quiz in a week. Nearly 400,000 participants successfully completed the full length of the quiz during the assessment period. FIFA has said attendees of the World Cup will not be allowed to carry reusable water bottles into the venue due to safety concerns. The governing body, which had earlier permitted empty, transparent, reusable plastic bottles inside stadiums, said updated code now prohibits them. Other items like bottles, cups, jars and cans are also banned to prevent any risk of injury if thrown. The move has raised concerns among supporters about coping with the heat, with temperatures at a few venues expected to range between 26 to 28 degrees Celsius. The 48-team World Cup, co-hosted by the United States, Canada and Mexico, will run from June 11th to July 19th. And that's all in this edition of DD India Live. Let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. You can scan this QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live. Namaste.